Good evening, one and all. What's happening? Another Thursday night, the Killer Comic Show back. You've got myself, Geeky Guy Comics, you've got Andy, Perpetual Comics, and you've got YouTube royalty, Peter, aka Triple G. How we doing?
Good.
I mean, I was okay until the last thing you said before we went live was sort your life out, Andy.
No, but I meant that in the most positive way possible.
Yeah, it's stuck in my head. I'm going to be thinking about it all through the show. I have to sort my
Done
life
in
out.
a loving way, wasn't it? It was done in a kind of a, like an intervention, I guess you'd say. Do you know what I mean? It was just pretty
I mean, it started off
Everybody a mug. Sure,
Yeah, it
everybody a
was.
mug.
So, Robert, I'm drinking Stella. What are you drinking, Andy?
Absolutely nothing. My tears at the minute, Charlie.
Pete, where's your bucket, Pete?
See, you've only done that because you saw I was drinking this before. Eh?
Jesus Christ.
Look at that. That's a proper.
I noticed you. I was going to say, I noticed you don't pull that bad boy out when you're on with James T. Keegan. You'd have a fit.
No, because all he does is abuses. Well, honestly, we went to the friggin' British Museum and he spent the entire 3 hours telling us about how the Brits had stolen all the artifacts and we should be ashamed of ourselves. And Peter, you should apologise. I was like, what? Yeah. So no, I don't show James me cup. I show him everything else, but not me cup.
Talking about people that should show things, we should show the love to the chat. In first, as always, was DVH. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for joining. We've got Dan. Good evening. Andy Roberts, thank you very much again for joining. DVH just said it's absolutely hammering it down. Yes, it is here as well, mate. And he's got another 15 minutes flight until he gets into work. There we go. Well, hello there. There we go. Killers, chat, lurkers, good evening. Good evening. We've got Luke. Evening all. Not sure I can stay for long. We'll watch on the rewind if I have to jump. And Andy, are you cosplaying as a nun?
The nun, yeah.
Oh my God, yes. So anyway, it's been a busy week for all three of us. We're here to give you our dulcet tones while we review comics. We go through indie picks, trades, and we do killer covers as well. And as you all know from the start of the show, we pretend to be friends until we get past these first 15, 20 minutes of the show. So... There we go.
Good.
That's it. You didn't expect it. You just, yes.
Yeah.
You go.
Neither did she.
Yeah. Chopping straight in with the killer covers. This is how we do it. December 5th, which was New Comic Book Day yesterday. You got my pick. You got Burglar Bill's pick, and then you got
Burglar. Jesus Christ. I've been called a nun. I've been called a burglar. All because I'm wearing a fucking hat.
Not just by me. He said, and that's a yes, we knew it. There we go. And Andy off out thieving after the show.
I'll be honest, until he's mentioned it's a hat, I thought he just painted his head black.
Jesus. So yes, and then we've got the man with the mug down below. Catching everything is actually a massive mug you've got there, Pete, and I bet you've been told that a few times, haven't you, you saucy little boy? There we go. So, killer covers, you know the deal by now. We pick 3 covers, we whack them over on the Instagram. We'll probably get a telling off because we've showed tits and arse and whatever else not. But that's how we do it. We're trying to tone it down a bit because we're coming to the end of the year and everyone's in a festive spirit. So, with that said, up first. Oh,
I don't care anymore. Fuck you.
Do you want me to cover this one for you?
Please.
Cacking it. No.
This is Batman issue number 155, but good friend of the show, the one, the only John Boy Myers. I love this cover. It is fantastic. You've got bats galore. It's that lovely golden color. And look at Batman's tiny little right foot at the back.
tiny, isn't it? It really is small.
Reminds us of something. I'm not sure what.
Do you know what? I see this cover up close and personal when I was in Forbidden Planet yesterday, and it is awesome. It's a lovely cardstock cover. Really, really nice.
I honestly thought you were going to say that when John Boy Myers texted me just after
No,
Dan put
John Boy sent us the
Mm.
picture.
All three of us was on a FaceTime the other day. It was quite enjoyable. It was quite funny.
what they're calling it these days.
Alan Quay popped in as well. That was all right. And then Carla Cohen. It was all
And
good.
where?
Well, wouldn't you like to know, eh? But this is a good cover. And talking about John Boy Myers, when I was in Forbidden Planet yesterday, I see his Transformers trade paperback cover that he's done.
Yeah, it's nice.
I was going to pick it up, but there was a massive dent in it, so I didn't bother, which is a real shame. But it looks great because I think he's done that, and they've done one for Void Rivals as well, which was pretty good.
I do like this. I like the color variation between the red, pink wings and the yellow. I think it looks very, very cool. It does look quite good. But now you've pointed out his tiny little leg. I can't not focus on that. But yeah, it's very cool.
Do you know what the shame is about this though?
What?
It's still written by Chip Zdarsky, and it's shit. Unfortunately, it's shocking. Unfortunately, Chip, you're a great guy, but yeah, I'd probably give up writing Batman.
I don't think I read it. I don't think I've read any Chip Zdarsky Batman.
No. Everybody's so harsh today. It's not my heart. It's Chip Zdarsky's writing.
It's the weather wind blowing, Andy.
And so why I've got the hat on.
Yes. Indeed, it must be cold. But no, this is a great pick. I do like it.
It's canny. It's a very good. John Boyd does some amazing work. It's a nice Batman cover, but it's not the best Batman cover tonight. Let's be honest.
Fuzzy has said stained glass vibes. I can actually see where it's coming from. To be fair, like a kaleidoscope of batty goodness.
What I was going for.
Perfect. I do like the new logo. I've got to say, I do like the new logo.
Is it a new logo? What we're talking about? The Batman logo?
No, the DC logo.
Oh, right. Is it a new logo or is it the old logo?
Well, it's the old new one, isn't it? It's the DC all-in logo, isn't it?
What are you guys talking about? Just move on to the next cover.
We're just giving you some airtime, Andy, because it's a great cover.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Oh, Batman again. There we go.
That's a great cover. Look at the eyes. Look at the terror. Look at the bat coming out of his mouth. That's for me freaking phenomenal. Yeah, I just love it. I absolutely love it. Now, this series, ladies and gentlemen, dog shit. Really wouldn't bother reading it.
Really?
Yeah, it's terrible. But it's got 3 interconnecting covers. So there's been a Superman, a Batman, and there's a Wonder Woman one as well. And all 3 line up. And they're all in this style. And they just look amazing together. But I just love this image. I think there's something about the eyes, like I say, and the bat coming out of its mouth, I just think is superb. Really, really do like it.
I just can't see DC doing horror unless it was DC Black Label. So you know when Joe Hill did the Hill House comics,
yeah,
and he did like the Plunge and stuff like that. I just can't see DC doing horror books.
But they've done well with the zombie stuff, haven't they? What do you call it? I can't remember what it's called, but they've done a series of kind of DC zombie Deceased. Yeah, Deceased.
Yeah.
That's been good. But this stuff's just dire. It's just not. Well, I'm saying that some people like it, I'm sure, but not for me, I'm afraid.
This reminds me of a Ben Oliver type of piece. I thought it was Ben Oliver when you first picked it.
Yeah.
Ben Oliver or Ryan Brown. It's got Ryan Brown types to it as well.
Yeah. No, I do quite like this. Andy, what do you think?
Yeah, I must admit, whenever I'd seen that you'd picked this, I was like, yeah, good choice. Again, had a look at Tyler Crook's Instagram, take a look at it, see the other covers that he's done. It's not a name I was familiar with, so some fantastic stuff. But yeah, this is so one. I love the face and the back coming out the mouth and stuff like that. The rest of it though, I'm confused. I don't know where I'm looking, what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
that logo, what's going on there.
So I was thinking exactly the same, Andy. I'm trying to work out whether it's because like the brown behind him. I'm trying to work out whether that's like rock or something because it's not his shoulders, is it? I don't think. Yeah. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
No, but because the bat logo's upside down, which I thought was on his. It's really confusing. Yeah, but it is great though. It is awesome. I do like that.
Confusingly great.
Yes.
There we go. Dan has said he's been a Batman fan since the 80s, as we all know, but Chip is shit, I'm afraid. DC horror is awful, but the covers are nice. Fun fact from Fuzzy. You should start a show, the Fun Facts from Fuzzy. The old DC logo was designed by the same guy who designed the famous I Love New York image. Look at that. And he's saying these will look great as a set, to be honest. Again, I see this yesterday in Forbidden Planet. They do get some good variants in there, and they hide them like behind the stuff, but they're all damaged. They've all got bloody spine ticks on them and stuff. Yeah. It's just such a shame. And they had the Conan, and they had a signed trade paperback. It said like a little sticker on it, signed trade paperback. It wasn't signed. I couldn't see a fucking signature. It really wasn't. But Pete, will you be picking these up? Because obviously you picked up the Absolute Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman by that artist.
Yeah,
that look incredible.
I'm trying to keep away from buying cover buys. Do you know what I mean? Because they're just sitting in my long box. But I think I will pick these 3 up because I think these look really nice displayed on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
I'll not read anymore. I've read issue 1 and 2. I think it was just crap. So yeah.
You try to stay away from cover buys, but you bought 6 copies of a blank Mark Spears cover.
Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I can't help it. You make it so easy. And can we have a Fuzzy's Facts segment from next week, please?
Yeah, I think what we'll do, instead of my eyes, we'll have a Fuzzy's Facts, and you've got to send us 4 fun facts, Fuzzy, and we'll post them. Yeah, why not? Go for it. We're always about the community on this show. So yeah, if we can get you involved, we'll do it. So that's DC Horror Presents number 2. I've gone for The Exorcism at 1600 pen, issue number 2, cover B by Tula Lotte. All kinds of freakiness, this one. Awesome. Love it. After Andy picked it, I think, was it for one of your, I think it was an indie pick or something. I read this. It's a great story. And I learned something last week that the 1600 pen is the White House. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
But yeah, Tula Lotte, this is, if this was cardstock, it'd look even better. When I see it again yesterday, it's pretty dulled down, the tones and stuff, but it's still awesome. Still great. So
I feel like I've seen this cover before. Like, is this like an old print that's been made into a cover? I know that happens sometimes, but yeah, I'm almost sure it is. Yeah, it's great. It's Tula Lotte. It's always going to be good. But yeah, I'm almost sure I've seen this cover before.
It does seem like it is. Do you know this was the face that Ed Vick pulled when I knocked on his hotel door asking him if he was coming to Thought Bubble.
And that's the way you were dressed, like that.
Yes, I was like, come. Here's your ticket.
What were you saying, Ed?
Ed, come. Ed, come.
What were you doing?
Did he?
Were you fixing his light bulb or something like that?
Ed, come. Safe to say he didn't come. He stayed in his bed watching Punisher. But anyway, Peter, what do you think about this?
Yeah, it's lovely. It is a nice cover. I love the kind of the demonic image going on at the back there. Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. Color works very good as well. The blue on the red's very cool. Yeah, good.
What do the chats think? So we've got Luke saying that's a classic Fuzzy stat. He's also saying the Green Lantern is rough. There's 2 more, Pete. Yeah. Talking about Fuzzy's fun facts, you say that, but when I do, you'll soon get bored. Fook me, I'm virtually only buying cover buys, mostly 174 variants of Mark Spears monsters. You've got 174. Dan, Pete's just tipped you at 181, so there's some catching up to do.
But you know what? It's really dangerous because I'm sure Dan and Fuzzy, I know they're both banging into this as well. If you guys have Googled or eBayed some of his stuff, the prices have gone absolutely insane. I mean, proper insane, you know?
But I think Andy mentioned earlier when on the chat, he said it'll all die down.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It'll all die down.
It'll be the same as you remember Stray Dogs with all those homage covers.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of it'll peter out.
Fuzzy said this is the only one I bought, but reading issue 2 won't be reading on. It's boring. Tapped out. Did you see Tula's post this morning, Charlie? Worth a look. No, I didn't, Dan, but I will check that out. And then Fuzzy has said her head and body look oddly posed for me. Is she wearing a tie?
Yeah.
But yeah, these are the 3 covers. They have gone up on the community.
I mean, it's 2024, Charlie. Women can wear ties. I don't know whether that's.
No, I don't know why. I just, when I see that, I thought she was in the dressing gown.
She's not in a skirt. What the hell is going on with the world?
Just realised it sounded so much better in my head.
Get that woman into a blouse.
Why not?
My goodness. There goes some more subs.
There we go. Anyway, so yes, that's the exorcism of the Killer Comic Show at the youtube.com. So we have done the covers. We've got mine, we've got Pete's, and we've got Andy's. The vote is now over on the live chats, but we are here for the comic reviews. Week 48, which was last week, the comic that was chosen, because I actually managed to put up the vote on the chat, is Hornsby and Halo, issue number 1. Andy, I believe this was your pick, wasn't it?
I believe so.
There were 4 covers. There was the main cover by Peter Schneiberg. There was cover B by Ivan Reis. The cover C, which is the 1 in 25, which is by David Johnson. And we have cover D, which is the 1 in 50 by Brad Walker, written by Peter J. Tomasi. And the art is by Peter Schneiderberg. Again, this is available in shops. It's the new addition to the Ghost. What is it? The Ghost Machine. Ghost Machine. Universe is slowly taking over everything. Pete, would you like to take this away?
Yeah. So this is the.
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just asking.
Charlie, it would be a pleasure. Mm-hmm. This is the second book in the kind of the new line of Ghost Machine books. Can't remember what Von Hoot said they were called, but it was like the family universe. So I had the book we read last week, and then this one. All of them are kind of more grounded, based on family dynamics and things, I think. What did I think of this? I think I'm going to be an outlier here because I wasn't blown away by this. First of all, it took us a little while to get my head around the fact that I felt like I'd read it before. And then I was thinking, well, this is very much the same setup as Jack Kirby's New Gods, where they swap sons into kind of very different, exactly the same premise, really. But overall, I enjoyed it. It was a good read. It was a very, what I would class as a very easy read. I felt like I was reading a Marvel comic from like the 2000s, the early 2000s. Like do you know when we read indie now? I mean, Andy, you're king of indie. When we read indie, it's kind of a bit challenging. It's a bit, more harder hitting, more adult, dare I say. This felt like I was reading a pretty easy breezy comic that I could just jump through. Artwork. Really like the artwork. I thought the design of the angel lad in particular, when he kind of powers up at the end, I thought that was stunning. I really that image there, I thought that was great. Really liked that. Has it interested us enough to read on? Yeah, I think I'll probably read the next issue or two. I'm just not sure for me, same as the book I read last week. For me, it's just not as much to my taste as the other Ghost Machine books are. They feel a bit more current. This feels a bit like a jump to the past, to old style comic telling. But maybe I'm just a miserable old kid. I don't know.
Yeah, all right, let's go with that.
Would you like me to go, Charles?
Yeah, you go on, mate.
It would also be my pleasure, Charlie, to go next.
Thank you. You lot are just so caring, you two. Thank you.
Yes, I did choose this. I thought it was really a well constructed setup. I thought the premise was really good. The first 3 or 4 pages was good. And I thought, there's a real opportunity here to, I almost wanted it to be a sort of darker telling of this story. Imagine Infernals did this.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I was comparing it to. When I seen the sort of art style, it's a kind of cutesy art style that kind of doesn't fit with the narrative, but then you soon realize that this really could have been like a free comic book day kids story.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I think it did have potential, but I just don't think it had enough of a hook. The ending is meant to want you to read the next issue, but for me, the fact that they just went on a bit of an adventure and came back, woke up, and some of the stuff that was getting stolen was in their bedroom wasn't enough for me to go, I wonder what's going to happen. Is there going to be a bit of a dynamic between the two? I thought it had a good start, but for me, wouldn't be one I'd be picking up issue 2 of.
Oh, really?
No, it's fair.
I like the premise of it. You put the good with the evil with the good, and see if it transpires, and they kind of switch up and stuff like that. I think, as Fuzzy said, the Rocketeers I really enjoyed, but again, it kind of just fell a bit flat because I was waiting for something to happen, and by the time it looked like it was going to happen, it ended. I think with this as well, you kind of understood where they was coming from and stuff, and some of the bits were quite hard hitting. Like you find out that his mum and dad are actually grave diggers. That they're nicking all the jewelry and stuff like that, and I think it's going to be very telling that no matter how pure and how good you are, I think everyone's got a limit, and I think this kid's going to be pushed to the limit before he actually does something that he kind of regrets and he turns to the dark side. Is this like a modern day story of Star Wars in certain aspects? Do you know what I mean? Like he's kind of on the light side and he's going to the dark and stuff. I kind of enjoyed it. I think Fuzzy has said it was a bit of a palate cleanser to the other Ghost Machine work. The art is stunning, and I preferred this to Rocketeers. I just wish it was longer. I think it's the same thing. I think I'd like it to be longer. I think that there could have been more in it. The image on the last panel there, that reminded me of something. And when I kind of Googled it, it's reminiscent of an X-Men story that I'd read years and years ago. But I thought it was okay. I'm looking forward to seeing what else comes out from this Family Odyssey. But is it enough? Will I keep reading it? I probably will, but only if we do it on this show.
It'll be interesting to see the guys in the chat might know what the next books in this Family Odyssey series are. I'm getting very much the impression that, I think, as Ron Hood says in the chat, this is more the teen arm of the Ghost Machine kind of line of books. And that's probably why it's not grabbing me as much as some of the other books, because I feel like I read this kind of stuff 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think I'm more into horror and more hard-hitting stuff. That said, a lot of the books we read now are quite heavy going. This is quite a nice little palate cleanser to read in between some of those heavier books that you can just have a quick flick through, you know.
So I'm just trying to find out. It says we've got obviously you've got the Unnamed, which is Geiger, Junkyard Joe, Redcoat First Ghost, and you've got Rook Exodus. Then you've got the Universe of the Family Odyssey, centering around the displaced family, the Rocket Fellas, as well as Hornsby and Halo, which follows a demon child. But then it doesn't say anything else. So I don't know if this is just it. And then it says Hyde Street and Epic Horror, following Ghost Machine 1. That's it. It doesn't say anything else. So if it does, let me know, because I think this is going to be like the light-hearted stuff, and then the Hyde Street and everything else will kind of follow into that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I quite like the artwork though. And this was written by the same person that did the Rocket Fellas as well.
See, I wasn't overly taken by Rocket Fellas, to be honest. I do like that last image, but I think that last image is really cool. I do like the design.
There we go. I don't think they've announced any other titles right now. Redcoat and Rook are back for Volume 2 a little later. Rook Exodus is awesome. Like, I would say out of all of them, Rook and even Redcoat are my two favourites. I just want to find out more about Hyde Street and stuff, because I'm looking forward to reading that. He's here. He's shown up, but he didn't get a ticket this time. Good evening, Ed. How are you doing, mate? Nice of you to finally join. There we go. By the end, we know more about the characters. We haven't learned anything yet. That makes me want to see more. That's kind of what they're kind of doing, it. Because I think, is this just going to be the thing where they just keep going out in their dreams and then wake up and they've stolen stuff, or they've hurt someone and done other things? Who knows? Another Hyde Street one shot is coming for issue 10. Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. Are you lot still reading Rook?
Yeah. Geiger as well. Geiger's my favourite, I think.
I love both.
Really?
Yeah. The only comics I read at the minute are the ones on the show.
The ones on the show. Yeah, I found myself doing that for a couple of weeks, and then I kind of just find an urge, and then I'll sit down and read comics. Yeah. Right, so that is the comic review. I would give that 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Pete?
5.
Andy?
5.5.
5.5. I wonder which one of you would be Halo and which one of you would be the devil. I'm going to go, I reckon, Pete, you'd be the devil.
How dare you?
I reckon you would.
You reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, Andy is part none by the looks of him, as Fuzzy's pointed out. So yeah, so he would probably be the godly.
Andy,
I
you're my
once was
favourite
called
man.
the White Knight of the community. I don't know about having a halo.
That was years ago. That was years ago. I can't remember who said that. But irrelevant. Anyway, so moving on, we are now at the killer indie picks of the show, December the 11th, which is next week. So up first, I've gone through the Bows, a Yuletide offering. Now, obviously, this is by Distillery. This is various artists and various writers. Now, this is venture deep through endless drifts of snow, through evergreen tree lines, tinkering with hoar, frost, and rime, and then venture many miles more, and then maybe, possibly, improbably, you will see the lights. And dancing and mirth, you may also be asked to join, or maybe who or what you found wants something far more mischievous than you do to sing and reveal.
Whoa! Just go back to the start and tell me what's in the woods again.
In the wood. Venture deep through endless drifts of snow, through evergreen tree lines, tinkering with hoar, frost, and rime.
Horse. Oh,
Loads of them, running through the forests.
I need to check the synopsis to see if he's pronouncing this word right, because it's going to annoy me the whole show.
Go for it. Please do.
Hoarfrost.
Yeah.
I've encountered that before.
What's the name of this book?
It's called Through the Boughs. Through the Boughs, a Yuletide offering one.
The Bows. Hold on. I'm just all fire, guys. All fire.
Go on, I'm enjoying this. Well, while we're doing that, we shall
venture deep through endless drifts of snow, through evergreen tree lines, tinkling with the hoarfrost and rime. What is hoarfrost?
There we go. Told you it's hoarfrost.
Hold on. Right click, search with Google. Is that not what they do? Oh, not safe for work. Guys. Not safe for work.
But yes, this is. I thought with Christmas coming up, I thought I'd look forward to reading this. And it I got Nightmare Before Christmas vibes. So I thought, I'd give it a bit of a read. It does say that every issue from Distillery is presented in our perfect bound prestige format, featuring wraparound covers with spot gloss on robust cover stock. Why not? I thought, just have a look at it. Through the Boughs, a Yuletide offering. And
you had me at hoarfrost. I have to say, I'm there.
Hoarfrost is a type of feathery frost that forms as a result of specific climate conditions. There we go.
Feathery frost is quite a different.
There we go. I would advise, don't shout that at your wife if she's out in the garden or at your hoarfrost. Well, I wouldn't do that. Mike's Total Dragon channel. Fuzzy Exorcism at 1600 is out, and I really dig it. There we go. So yes, Hoarfrost. You pick up every single Distillery book, Andy. Are you going to be picking up this along with some Hoarfrost?
I mean, the way that you sold it to us all, I think it's a no-brainer, to be honest.
I mean, look at this cover. You've got like little goblins, you've got little wombats, you've got scorpions,
but not a sign of any Hoarfrost, which is quite disappointing.
Fox. Oh, actually, I think there is some Hoarfrost on the rabbit's tree trunk.
Wow.
There we go. But yeah, why wouldn't you want to pick that up? This looks like a light-hearted, Hoarfrostical story.
I love my Hoarfrosticals in the morning.
There we go. I love my Hoarfrost. A nice bit of Hoarfrost and a cup of coffee in the morning set you right on your way. There we go. Up next.
Where's the rabbit? Where's the rabbit?
What do you mean? At the back. The rabbit snowman. The snow rabbit. You can't see that. To the left, there's a giant snow rabbit.
I see a snowman with a tree behind it. I don't see a rabbit.
Yeah, is that not his ears?
I
thought they were his ears.
Oh my goodness.
They look like his ears.
It would be
what are you doing to rabbits in London? I mean, that's a rabbit.
Can you not see? Now I've said that, can you not see how that looks like a rabbit?
Can you see the little frog in front of the snowman?
What frog?
Yeah.
That's a toad. Anyway, I've murdered this. Sorry.
Von Hoot is saying exactly what I'm thinking.
It's a tree you ticked. Okay, all right. You.
What is it? A little bird there? A little blue tip?
A little blue tit. Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right, you keyboard warcross.
Can you
But
remember
yes,
when we used to be the go-to comic
Yeah.
review channel? Like people would we would have 20, 25 people watching.
would
There'd be
we?
like 7 or 8 people waiting for us to come on. And then Tom left.
Yeah. Yeah.
It all went
Yeah.
downhill.
I know. He took all his bots with him. Such a shame. Up next, so we've gone from Hoarfrost, and now we're
In Bloom. So this is by Boom Studios, Michael Conrad writing, and John Pearson, who did Infernals. Really nice guy. I had a chat with him at Thought Bubble. He's done a commission for me and a commission for James T. Keegan. So
I got a fun fact.
Oh, fun
Did
fact.
you know Michael Conrad's married to Becky Cloonan?
Yes.
I did not know that.
There we go.
There we go. Good stuff. So this just piqued my interest. I went to it, to be honest, because John Pearson at first, and he'd been about the thing. But this says, and I didn't know this, and I'm a medical person, 43% of cells within a healthy human body belong to something other than the human host. Microbes, invasive bacteria, fungal and viral agents, and something else. Basically, when the bloom happens, humanity was changed forever, transformed by symbiotic fungal megasystems that infected their bodies. Some affected people grew new body parts, some found their personalities change in radical new ways, whilst others reported contact with some other kind of intelligence. So it's a story all about that, basically, and it just sounded interesting. So it sounded a bit different. I have to say I got vibes of, what's that bloody program that James T. Keegan is obsessed with the fungal things, the creatures that turn.
The Last of Us.
Yeah, got that kind of vibe from it, I guess. So yeah, I just thought it sounded interesting, fancy to go. So I'll get the first issue and see what it's about.
You have to be sold at fungal mega systems.
Exactly. I mean, it's no Hoarfrost, but a fungal mega system is pretty sexy as well.
There we go. I've got a new job. Charlie might qualify as a guest on Fuzzy Facts. Fuzzy Facts sounds interesting and way too complicated. There we go. Fungal megasystems, one way to describe James T.
Yeah, you're right.
It is, and his name's actually James P. Keegan, for those in the know. If you know, you know. Boom Studio, I don't know if it's me, but Boom Studio seems to be putting out a lot more since Ross Rich's departure.
Yeah.
They've restarted the new Power Rangers and now putting out in Bloom. They had a recent comic a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, but it does sound interesting. But yeah, I think it would be, again, I think this might be one, if we don't review it on the show, I don't think I'll pick it up.
Yeah. I quite like the new Power Rangers. I don't know if you've read it, the kind of the...
I did read it, yeah.
Their version of kind of the Ultimate Universe was quite interesting. Yeah.
My hate for Power Rangers is at the same level as Transformers. I'm sorry, Peter.
I mean, I'm not a Power Rangers man, Andy, so...
Yeah, that's true. What Fuzz has just said. Since they were actually bought by the biggest publishing house, more like. Exactly. Hardy and Inn did it. That's very true. That is very, very true.
That's true.
Yeah,
It's a
maybe
fuzzy
it is
fact.
true. It's a fuzzy fact. It's a fuzzy fact. So we've got In Bloom. Then we're going from In Bloom. We've got... Oh, I'm glad you picked this one. This is great.
Yeah, I went for The City Beneath Her Feet, issue number 1, again by Distillery. This is written by James Tynion and Elsa Charretier. I think I pronounced that right. It's the art doing the artwork.
Yeah.
I seem to have been seen this for ages because it was on the back of the ash can for the Scott Snyder Jock book that's coming out. The synopsis reads: a bloody love letter to New York City. The City Beneath Her Feet is an action thriller love story for a new generation by lauded creators James Tynion and Elsa Chartier. Jasper Jane was the girl of Zara's dreams, but the brief relationship came and went in such an intense blaze that Zara was left thinking Jasper was just that, a dream. Years later, Zara is thrust back into Jasper's world, unknowingly listed as her emergency contact. Zara must piece together the mystery of Jasper's life, all while being hunted by the assassins who once called Jasper one of their own.
I've got a second what Dan said. This is awesome. She was me and Dan spoke to her at Thought Bubble, and she was really, really accommodating. Her artwork's great. She had some original pieces for this as well, and I've read the Ashcan of it, and it does seem like really, really interesting. It does seem like a really, really interesting book. So there was one, Dan, I can't remember what you said that you needed to, that I should have read, and it gets quite confusing. So if you could let me know that, I'd like to read it. But yeah, it does seem like it's been around for ages. But
definitely put a lot of promotion into it and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah, 100%. But yeah, I think with all the distillery stuff, they kind of do, don't they? But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to reading this one. Other than I've only read 2 distillery books, and one of them was Gone when it first came out, and then the other one was the Becky Cloonan and Tulilate one.
Yeah.
But other than that, they kind of just, other than the one I've obviously picked, Through the Bowels with the Hoarfrost, I will probably be picking up this one. Why are you laughing, Pete? It's just a word now. It's just part of the get up.
Every time you say it, I tingle. I just like it.
Hoarfrost. There we go. Oh, thanks, Dan. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. And DVH has said it sounds interesting. He might actually read this. Connie, good evening, darling. I'm interested in this, but what is this, James?
In the 4th.
What's that? Oh, yeah, James Tin in the 4th. It's kind of on my shit list because some of the stuff has let me down as of late. Are you talking about the Deviant that is 6 months late? Looking forward to reading that. Maybe it's beneath her feet. Who fucking knows? But yes, City Beneath Her Feet. Looking forward to reading this one. We're flying through tonight. Up next, we have the Killer Trades and hardcovers for December the 11th. Up first, I've gone for the Displaced. Andy, I started reading this because you picked it up. You said it was good. I carried on reading it. I think we got up to like issue 3 or issue 2 on the show. Did you continue reading it?
Absolutely not.
No. Of course you didn't, because it got displaced. The premise started off very good. It wasn't people disappearing, it was the town that was disappearing and stuff like that. It's now in trade paperback form, and I'm looking forward to reading this again instead of the single issues, because again, I think if we didn't read it on the show, it wasn't one I was going to pick up and read regularly. But looking forward to reading this. Volume 1 is out next week, and I'll probably pick it up because it's only going to be about 11 quid. So why wouldn't you give it a pick up and give it a read?
I completely didn't realise that this was the Displaced book that we were talking about a few months ago. Is this the same? Definitely the same book? Is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because this even the synopsis says the city of Ontario, the country of Ontario is gone without a trace. No one remembers it, or its 170,000 missing people that also disappeared.
Because it was a really good cut. The first couple of issues I read.
Is it a complete story then? Does it end, or is this just like part 1 or whatever?
This is volume 1, so I think it is. This is issues 1 to 5. So I think this is the first arc.
I think sometimes with these kind of books, if I know there's an end point, I'll pick them up and read them. You know, because sometimes, I mean, a bit like Nice House on the Lake, it just went on and on.
Oh
and
my god, yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But with that Nice House on the Lake, there's a new one out now, isn't there?
Yeah, do you know what? I've not had the strength to pick up and read it on because the last one started so strong for us, but then I just got so confused. I think if you've got a comic where you've got to spend the first 2 pages with like a bloody key explaining what all the symbols are and what the names mean, it's like Howie. It's just too much for us.
I think that's what exactly every single person said, because I found myself reading it and flicking through going, that symbol, what's his name? And then going back to the start, and it just got, I just couldn't be bothered with that. But yes, Andy, this is it, and I kind of enjoyed that. So yeah, maybe. Dan, most distillery books are like £2 each at Forbidden Planet within a couple of weeks of release. So yes, so I'm going to go with this one. Who else have we got?
Yeah, this looks a little bit sexy. So I've kind of getting into me art books of late. And I can't say I'm a massive kind of Michael Turner fan, but I do appreciate some of the cover work he's done. I particularly appreciated the Civil War stuff. And when I saw this, I just thought, yeah, this will be nice. This will be nice to just sit and pour through. I think this was out on Kickstarter originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's the 3rd or the 4th volume of each volume's a different artist. So I might have a look at these and go back and see which are the ones that they've done so far. But yeah, I'm into my artwork at the moment. This for me is a nice way of picking up some nice imagery, other than just searching for the cover work.
Do you know what? I only pick up the art books and like the concept art books from like Forbidden Planet. They go down to like £2 or £3. I think a couple of months ago I got the Wonder Woman one. The conceptual art, that is pretty good. Andy, you've got quite a few art books, haven't you?
Yeah, I try and collect as many art books as I can. Bill Sienkiewicz and all those guys. I was just looking at League of Comic Geeks on this one. There's 2 different covers. The other cover is fantastic. But Michael Turner's stuff is absolutely amazing. I don't know how many pages are in this, but looking at the picture online, it looks like a chunky book.
I think, is it an oversized as well, Andy, from memory? Is it what they call copy, whatever you call it?
9 inches by 12 inches.
I have no reference point for 9 inches. So yeah,
It's
that big.
It's a high-end coffee book.
Yeah.
Nice.
Coffee table book.
It's a coffee book, it is indeed. What has Connie said? Connie has said, art books are wasted on me. I just flick through them and then go nice and never pick them up again. Isn't that what you do with comics, though? There's a thought for a moment. Yeah, 1-in-1 original art scale. Nice. So, Peter, you've gone for this Mr. Marvel. Andy, what have you gone for?
I have went just to answer back, Dan. I think that was more of a question. No, I don't think it's the Apex editions.
I've not heard tallywhacker in ages. Love that word.
What was the word that Fuzzy? Yeah, he put it up in the poster. He said something.
Oh, it was a Bobby Dazzler.
Bobby Dazzler. Bobby Dazzler.
My old man, God bless his soul, used to say that quite regularly, and he just brought so many memories back home whenever he said that.
Do you know what? As soon as I read that, I thought, do you remember Cannon and Ball? You guys familiar with Cannon and Ball?
Yeah. No, because I get satisfaction from a book, from a story, from a comic, and a lot of the time I don't think nice about a comic. Oh, I'm getting the telling off now. Sorry, Connie. Go on, Andy. Please continue.
Put you back in your place there, Charlie. Jesus.
I'll get back in my box.
I went for something a little bit different this week. I went for Yellow by Jay Martin, does the writing and the artwork through Dark Horse Comics. I hadn't heard of it before, but I read the synopsis and thought it sounded good. So, set in an alternative future amid a second civil war, wounded infantryman Nick Carson flees the battlefield and escapes across the wasteland of war-torn America. Branded a coward and marked for death, Nick's only hope is to get to the other side. His route takes him through a strange, ravaged country where power plants lay destroyed and once great cities have gone dark. An America at war with itself. Yellow explores what happens when society falls apart and there's no law and order. Do we fall to our basic instincts or can we rise above? As Nick travels, he encounters both good and evil and must choose which path he will follow. 240 pages for about 20 of your pounds.
Has this been out as a comic, Andy, or is this a new publication?
I think this is went straight. I don't recollect it as being
me neither.
Comic. When I searched for it in League of Comic Books, it was just the trade paperbacks. I think it's just went straight to.
Could it have been, because obviously Dark Horse Comics have taken over some Comixology, could it have been that it was from Comixology?
Potentially, yeah.
There we go. Ironically, it's blue. Rock on, Tommy. There we go. The cover does nothing for me, and Fuzzy has also said he's never heard of it. I like it. Like, Andy, you picked some fucking good comics, man, and some good trade paperbacks. Like, I would never have even known about this if you hadn't picked it. So
everybody thinks it's shit. Thanks, guys.
I think it sounds interesting. So
It does sound interesting. Yeah, it does sound interesting. So yes, that's the trade paperbacks. Now we are at the final order cutoff, or fuck off. It's Thursday. Is the date due? Retailers must submit their orders before publishers set their print runs. James over at Slab Crusaders gives us until 9 p.m. every Sunday for us to get our orders in. And even if you are running late, I reckon you've probably got until about 10 or 11 o'clock on a Monday morning. Don't tell him I told you that. Up first, Andy. I love this.
I've been picking up all these.
Have you gone from there?
Yeah, I think they're fantastic.
Is it just one each comic, or is there various different Scotty Youngs for each issue?
Each issue's got a different cover, if that's what
Each
you
issue
No,
has a
no,
cover.
no, I know that, but is Scotty Young only done one of them for like Spider-Man 66? Did he only do one for Spider-Man 65, or is there
Yeah.
two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Amazing Spider-Man issue number 66 is Scotty Young cover. This is part of the 8 Deaths of Spider-Man, which is a comical cover of Spider-Man meeting his very end. And I think they're great. It ticks all the boxes at Spider-Man. It's Scotty Young, and it makes me giggle and laugh, which is always a good thing.
Interestingly, how I watch my bits in the shower. Just saying.
Giggling, laughing.
Lying on my face with me dangly bits of dangling.
Well, you know what, Pete? Rock on.
Not for years.
Rock on, Tommy. No, but I love. Did any of you pick up the Scotty Young big Marvel thing?
Yeah.
Fuzzy did, didn't he?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. What, you got the whole thing? I think it was
The
like
whole
85 quid, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Have they all arrived?
Yep.
Did they look good?
Yep.
Did you get the poster?
Nope.
You didn't get the poster?
No, not yet. Well, it's not. It wasn't in the most recent pack. I think he tried to get it, and then it wasn't available to America or to the UK. Sorry, and then he said there was an opportunity to get it again. So I don't know.
But yeah, I do like this 8 Deaths of Spider. How many? I know it says 8 deaths, but how many issues has it been so far?
I think this is the 4th one.
That's a great one. Yeah, I love a Scotty Young cover. So there's that. I've just had to go for this. I literally didn't know. I was going to pick something else. And then I see Mark Spears Monsters issue number 3. And I see this cover and I thought, that is a lovely set of bullet holes in the back. So I thought I'd have to go for this. I wasn't looking to collect these Mark Spears covers. But if you head over to Slab Crusaders this week, there's a shed load of them. And I can't stop myself now wanting to buy them, and it's fucking annoying because I know I'm going to spend money on buying all these covers. So Pete, thanks, you wanker.
I'm going to be a bit controversial. I haven't ordered any of Mark Spears stuff. Not that I don't think it's good. I think the stuff's great. It reminds me of various artists. I think a lot of people say like Alex Ross and stuff like that. But like, pick them up if you enjoy the cover and you want to keep it. I think anybody who's maybe trying to pick them up to flip them based on the prices that are on eBay, these are going to be so heavily ordered. It's going to be untrue.
Yeah. And
there's like 150 different variants. There's a Kickstart out at the moment, which has got limited edition comics, which I bought one of, but they're obscene priced. The prices have just skyrocketed for a lot of this stuff. Skyrocketed.
This is a FOMO cover, I think.
Who is this character?
I can't remember.
She looks great though. Like she does look quite great. But yeah, no, there's James put out a post on his Facebook group the other day, and I was literally clicking through and going, yep. It's annoying.
This is Elsa.
Is it Elsa? Oh, okay, cool. But yeah, this looks great. Very, very good. And up next we have. Go on, Andy. Was you going to say something?
I wonder if she wants to build a snowman.
I wouldn't say no. Where would you put the carrot though?
On the snowman.
Okay.
So you see, you went for boobies. I've gone for Frank. I just think this looks great. Now there are, like you said, Charlie, there are a whole host of variants this month to pick, and it was hard picking one. But I don't know. I just like the title placement of this behind his head. I just think it jumps out. So yeah, I really like this one. But there are some absolutely stunning covers out there. Some of his homage covers are spectacular. Like he's done I think it was for issue 2. He's done a Dracula in the kind of that classic Spawn issue 1 cover, which just looks amazing. Interestingly, with a lot of this stuff though, if you do a bit of digging around, a lot of these covers have been already produced and have been part of his card set that came out a few years ago. He does some great Wizard of Oz stuff as well. Some of them are great. He's currently doing a signing and sketch event with CGC. So I've got 2 sketch covers coming from him, hopefully January time. I don't think it'll be anywhere near the quality of these, but it'll be interesting to see what they come back like. But yeah, I love him. I think he's doing some great work.
I'm just having a look on Comic Art House, and some of his stuff really does look like Alex Ross.
Yeah.
Like there's a Spawn 330 cover, and it doesn't look like, it looks like Goldberg. And for you wrestling fans out there, you know what it looks like. But yeah, that Superman one, and I think you picked this, Pete, when we was doing one of the shows, and it was like the Superman and Batman, and they was like really with the building and everything behind.
Mm.
He must draw his inspiration very heavily from Alex Ross.
Yeah, it's a similar style, isn't it?
Massively, yeah, it really, really is massively. So I would say his Return of the Living Dead cover is another great one.
It's brilliant. Do you think this is digital art, or do you think it's hand painted? Because Alex Ross obviously is hand painted, but do you think this is digital, or do you think he's be interested to find out from?
I think this is digital.
I think so.
I just don't think I know you can get certain details and stuff like that, but I don't think you'd be able to get as much detail as he does on this cover without digital art.
Yeah.
Disappointing crotch.
Hmm.
I mean, you would assume Frankenstein would be.
It depends which part they cut off. You might not have it, Tiddlywink.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
So we've got maybe Frank and Wiener.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's so angry.
Maybe that is why he's so angry. But like on a serious note, though, so these Mark Spears have been out for the past month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
Are you going to pick up every single one of them?
No, I'm not, because I got stung with. I think the last time I went mental with covers was Thundercats, and this is different because this is actually a good read. Yeah. I've only read issue 1, but this is actually a good read. But the collector gene in us have to kind of be a completist. Do you know what I mean? So there's just too many. There's too many really hard to get a hold of variants. There's too many kind of store exclusives and things like that. So it would just drive us mad. And I know what I'm like. I'll be spending stupid money on variant covers just to see I've got them, you know. So no, I'm collecting a few that I really like, but I'm resisting going all in on these, or else I'll just go mad.
Andy, there is a great Lobo one. I don't know if you've seen it.
Lobo cover's great. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there is an awesome. Let me just see if I can. I'll share it.
Yeah, the Lobo cover's great. His King Spawn cover, that Fuzzy very kindly sent us, is stunning. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's annoying. I was literally just about to say before you guys said that was, you know, I've not seen one that I really, really need to have, and then you bring up this bad boy.
It is pretty awesome, but there's quite a few of them. I think you've got this one, don't you?
Yeah. Fuzzy sent us that one. I love that.
That's awesome.
So what issue was that? Is it actually what is it?
20
comics?
King Spawn 20. Oh, sorry, when you on 1066.
1066. That one. We've got the Power Rangers one, the Green Ranger. Look at that.
That Spawn one's pretty cool as well. Do you see the Spawn one? The violet.
Look at that.
Oh, it's 65 quid. It's a 125.
That is horrendous. These are awesome. No, these are bloody awesome.
I'm out already. Sorry, boys.
Yeah, look, for you wrestling fans, there's Bill Goldberg. It really does look like Bill bloody Goldberg. But yeah, I can see this is the one I was talking about, Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell this is digital art. That Superman looks like he's just been dropped on.
Yeah.
To cover it. And then what we've got.
It's almost like it's superimposed into the background. Like
that's really interesting. You point that out, Charlie. Yeah, in terms of the book, because when I picked that cover, however many months ago that one was, I wasn't even aware of Mark Spears. You know what I mean? I picked it just because it jumped out.
Yeah.
It's interesting now that I'm kind of falling down a bit of a rabbit hole with them.
Yeah. But yeah, it does look like superimposed, doesn't it, Andy? It really does.
And I guess this is my slight concern. I'm not going to diss the guy because, you know, what you call him, the guy who does something epic, does digital artwork predominantly as well. But I've ordered these 2 sketch covers, and then I jumped on eBay and had a look at some sketch cards he's done, and I was like, ooh, that artwork looks very different to the artwork I'm seeing on the comics. And it does make you think about the difference between a digital artist and a traditional artist. So it's going to be really interesting when these come back to see what they're like. Because I've asked for a Wolfman and a Monsters version of Thor. So it'll be interesting to see what they're like.
You said they was expensive as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
It's interesting you say about Simon Kugranski, because I haven't heard from him in ages. Not physically heard from him, but there haven't been no comics or anything out, is there?
It's funny you say I mentioned that to Fuzzy the other day, because I said I feel like I haven't read something epic for ages. He said it's because it finished a few months ago. So that's probably why. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know what he's doing at the moment. He has kind of gone quite quiet. Also on Instagram, I've not seen anything from him on Instagram.
No, that's what I kind of meant. DV just said I want that shark cover metal variant, but I'm not going to go out of my way. And I picked up a lot, but there's some DC ones that I don't fancy, so I won't. Andy, there's another Lobo one coming out soon, and something epic finished in July.
Yeah,
about the same time that the last issue of the Deviant came out.
There's no excuse for that, you know.
There's a Batman comic coming out. We've been waiting since 2021, I believe. So
I'm not even going to read that. Can I be asked? The Gotham Guardian of Gotham.
I totally forgot about it. So that is that, and then obviously we have the sneak peeks for next week. These are the 3 comics that we chose. I will again put them up on the YouTube, and we can cast a vote and see what comic we review. I've gone for DC All In issue number 1. I've gone for Two-Face. Two-Face is one of my favorite characters. We don't really read a lot about him, and I thought, why not give it another go? So I've picked that.
I'm smiling here because when I was looking to pick what I wanted to pick for next week to read, I didn't look at what were selecting, and I actually hovered on all 3 of these comics because I thought, these all look interesting. So I like the sound of the Two-Face one. And the Dread the Halls really jumped out at us as well. So that's nice that we've gone the same thing. I've gone for something.
Fuzz has just said the Batman comic's been pushed back another week.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely. It's shameful.
That's a fucking joke. That is a joke. That's ridiculous.
So I'm no Venom fan. Well, I like the character, but I don't read his books or anything.
I picked a Venom cover.
So I picked it, because it's something different. Do you know what I mean? And this is Venom number 1. Apparently, it's a whole new host for the Venom symbiote. I just thought it's an issue 1, isn't it? We'll give it a go. So yeah,
I really enjoyed Donny Cates's Venom, and I kind of, when they was all sent, I kind of read through it, and me and Andy done a massive. Do you remember that show, Andy, where we did the King in Black massive? Yonder's Past. But when this got taken over by Al Ewing and Ram V, I think they ruined it. I really do think they ruined it when Ram was writing about Brock and Ewing was writing about Eddie. It all just became so convoluted, and you didn't know who was who, and I think a lot of readers might have switched off. Venom for me as a character, you either love him and you're investing in him, or you'll kind of pick him up, read it, and if you enjoy it, you will, and stuff like that. I think it's the same with the films. The fact that Al Ewing's still writing this, I don't know if I want to read it. Yeah. It's annoying because the artwork looks pretty good. And when I see the previews of it, when I flick through it does look okay, but I don't know if it's just going to be the same shit over and over again.
Charlie, how are you going to explain yourself to Ram V when you're in the calf, sitting with a pie mash and sauce? Yep. Is that what you call it? Arsa sauce?
There we go. Yeah, it's called liquor.
And he walks in and he'll be like, "Hey Charlie, how's it going?" You'll be like, "All right, Ram," and you've got to look that guy in the face. And he said his Venom was.
And I say to him, Ram, that was one of the biggest mistakes, was working with Al Ewing and ruining Venom. That's what I'll say to him. And then I'll end up walking out of the cafe wearing my pie and mash. But it'll be worth it. It'll all be worth it. So yes, we've got Two-Face, we've got Venom, and then we have.
Was this the book that you picked, Peter, for your indie pick, Dread the Halls?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
So this is Dread the Halls, and the synopsis reads: the perfect holiday stocking stuffer, a little bit like our Peter. A collection of horror tales to read, curled up by the light of the Yule log. Be of good fear. Long before Americans celebrated horror on Halloween, the Victorians did it gathered around a fireplace on Christmas Eve. Dread the Halls honours this macabre tradition, I think that's how you pronounce it, by wishing you and yours happy holidays with stories of ghosts, ghostly abominations, and vile creatures.
That sounds wicked.
Yep, sounds cool, doesn't it?
What is that? I don't know if we mentioned this last week, but that cover reminds me of a horror Santa Claus film.
It's the Krampus.
Krampus.
That's the one. Yeah. Yes. Have any of you seen that Christmas film where the guy from Stranger Things, David Harbour?
Yeah. Where he's Santa, but he's like a tattooed Russian version of Santa with a hammer. Yeah.
That's wicked. That is. That's awesome. So these are the 3 comics that will be going up on the chat. I'm hoping that Dread the Halls or Two-Face wins, but the vote is in your capable hands. Everyone watching in the chat. And then we've got the housekeeping. Find me over. I ain't got the slide for it. I think have I got the slide for it? I don't know. Yeah, there we go. I've got the slide for it. There we go. Find me over on Instagram.com, Geek Guy Comics. I'm kind of got some free time tomorrow, so I might post some pictures of Thought Bubble and stuff like that and kind of get back into it. I say it now and again. It never happens, so it might not. It might. Who cares?
Have you just had like a little minor breakdown live on here? Is that what happened there?
I have. Yes, I have. Yeah.
Okay. I care, Charlie. I care.
Okay, that's okay.
Andy, do you care, Andy? Do you care?
No.
Indifferent.
He's indifferent. Go on, Pete. Where can we find you?
Well, I'm over on Triple G Comics on Instagram and YouTube and all that shite. I'm also live tomorrow night at 9:00 over on One Good Scare with James T of the Keegan, talk on all things horror.
Is he back from holiday?
He is. He's
going to be all white and everything.
Pasty
and sweaty.
Pasty. And Andy, where can we find you?
Instagram.com/perpetual.comics. I've lost 35 followers since Thought Bubble.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you do with them?
I think that says a lot about my Thought Bubble weekend. So if you do wish to come and follow me, feel free. Love you.
Pete, you were so quick off the mark that you could just laugh.
I don't understand social media shite anymore. I really don't, because I just don't understand it. What you need to do, what we all need to do, is start slagging people off and causing drama, and then every fucker will watch it.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
Every fucker will watch us. We'll get thousands and thousands of views, and then we can kind of piggyback off other piggybacks, and then we can just keep piggybacking until we get to the 1,000 subscribers, which we're nearly there. We've been saying it for the past 5 years, but we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Anyway, we are here for the pickups, and has anyone got any pickups?
I got some pickups for you.
Of course you have.
Yeah, I've got 1 or 2 as well.
Oi. Go on, then.
Who, me?
Well, yeah, go for it.
So I did a show with a Super Sorrel on Thursday night, and Jacob on, I can't remember, Geek Retreat or something, Geek something. And he was talking about somewhere down your neck of the woods, Charlie, Battersby Power Station.
Battersea Power Station.
Yeah.
Lovely place.
It's got a new Transformers shop, and they were giving away Transformers issue 1 special cover, but you had to be there to get it. And then somebody watched me on that show and got in touch on Instagram, a lovely guy called Drew, and said, I've got a spare copy if you want it. So he stuck it in the post for free, just as a little thank you. So that's
wicked. Do you know what? I was there a couple of weeks ago, and I didn't even know about it because I took a picture of, they had these massive, look, they had
very cool. So this is apparently, you can only get this comic. Obviously, you can get it on eBay and shit like that now, but you can only get this comic from down there, which is really cool. Interestingly, thing about this, guys, bear in mind Andy's detest for Transformers. 8th printing of issue number 1. Bearing in mind all the friggin' variants as well for every issue. I mean, that's madness.
Do you think it was 35 Transformers fans that unfollowed me?
Probably.
Like, I lose 35 followers on Instagram, and you get free comics sent to you.
That's what I say. Do you know what I mean? It's just the kind of guy I am.
Can you
So,
still
yeah.
can you still get that?
I don't know, mate. It was apparently limited edition. I don't know. I don't know whether you had to. Well, I think they were handed out. I think you can buy the comic. I'm making shit up now.
The shop looks fucking awesome, man. I might pop there tomorrow.
Yeah. It
The
looks
shop
brilliant.
looks wicked.
Yeah.
It's open until 8 o'clock tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna go and have a look. I'm gonna have butchers.
Very cool. Very cool.
Nice.
Picked up that. I then picked up this little set from a Facebook group, I think. Philadelphia. I do like a bit of Philadelphia.
Such a good story.
Got issue 1 already, but it's not a good copy. So this is a decent copy, and you get issue. Look at the artwork on that, man. I love the artwork.
Who's the artist on that?
It's Shaw, is it? Yeah, Jason Sean Alexander. Yeah. So got the first 4 issues.
Nice.
Bit of a spoiler, that one. But yeah, really cool.
Sold my run.
Great series. Great series. I picked up that.
Cool.
No why. Bit of a key. First Yana.
Nice.
Thunderbolts. So yeah.
I don't have that. Can I buy one off you?
No. I've
How
only
many
got 6. So I'm going to send them all off to be graded, and then I'll give you one, Andy. I'll send them off and we'll sort it out.
I know. Give you a comic as well.
Here's an interesting story. I have every now and then I have little yeah, okay. Interesting / tragic. Every now and then I have little bursts of enthusiasm, and I think, oh, these characters could do well. And then I have to jump to eBay and buy the first appearance. So I did that on Sunday night. Woke up, thought, oh, jumped to eBay, bought the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Monday night, I had the same dream and thought, oh, I should probably buy the first appearance of Cloak and Dagger. So when 2 copies came through the post on the same day, I was like, oh.
Did you actually not remember that you bought it?
Completely forgot I ordered the first one. Because I literally woke up and did it. Oh, Cloak and Dagger.
Onset dementia.
I've probably been dreaming about Dagger.
That looks like a wrinkly bag.
Yeah. That's what my wife says to us. But yeah, so yeah, got 2 of them. And I've got a feeling.
I got a feeling.
If I was to go through my long boxes, I'm pretty sure I've got a few copies of this now as well.
Would you see many saggy bags though, Pete?
Every time I go to no.
do you want a fun? Well, I'll give you a fact. Do you know why your bag wrinkles with your comic in it?
Why?
It's because of the type of ink that they used and the fumes that come off the ink.
Oh, it sucks it in. Yeah.
Excuse me. What?
It sucks in the wrinkly bag.
Thanks.
What have you got, Andy?
I think Charlie forgot your name there for a second.
Yeah, along with the other 35 fucking unfollowers. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Sorry, pal. You recall Dan mentioned that Forbidden Planet were selling distillery books for $1.99 each. So I broke my no Forbidden Planet rule. I picked up Distillery and picked up the Forbidden Planet special of Gone issue #1.
Were they $1.99?
$1.99 each. Yeah, they arrived today. I picked up these. Most of these are all jock covers. So I picked up the first appearance of Black Swan.
That's a nice cover.
Yeah, is that a jock cover? Is it, Andy?
Yep, it's jock.
Never realised that was jock. I've got that one, I think, but I never realised it was jock.
This is the hard one to get. The second printing, really low print.
What is the film when they fight to the death? What is it called?
Infinity War?
No, not the Avengers or anything. It's like I think it's in the Middle East, in Asia.
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale. Is that a homage to that?
Not sure. Don't know.
Okay, maybe it's just me and my little weird head.
I do know which cover you're thinking of though, because they did do Avengers cover, which was the Battle Royale homage. I picked up the second printing, again quite a difficult printing to get, of Batman Detective Comics.
I actually prefer that to the first.
Yeah, it's nice. I like that.
Lovely cover. And last, for anybody who likes the Masters of the Universe supplement, this is the comic that's in it.
Great cover.
It's in. This is Justice League of America issue 208. If anybody is interested in picking up the Motu supplement. And if you don't know what the Motu supplement is, let me show you. Anybody in a rush? No?
No.
Just take your time, man. Just relax.
Just ease in. Ease in.
This is the Masters of the Universe supplement. So it was a 16-page supplement. I think it came in 9 different issues.
Why'd you keep laughing, Pete?
I just read Fuzzy's comment. Sorry. Slightly distracted.
Followers. Nobody's listening to me when I'm showing off my books.
No, it's just this
I
comment.
told that I looked like a nun and a thief when we started the show. It's been a good one. It's been a good one for the mental health.
Now, here's a fun fact. Can I do a fun fact? I've got that Masters of the Universe. I think I've got it graded and I've got it raw because I believe you sent them to us, Andy, did you not?
I did, yeah.
And a Sonic one and something else?
So I sent you all 3 there's 3 main supplements. There's the Masters of the Universe, there's the Sonic, and there is the Mask one.
That's right.
I actually sent Redster's Masters of the Universe one, and he sent it away to get graded without getting it pressed clean. They come back at 9.8.
Wow, that's good. It's them silky hands of his, I tell you. Silky hands of his. Rod the Recon is in the building.
Hi, Rod.
How you doing, mate? Nice to meet you. Nice for you to be in chat. And it also sent me a Sonic one. You did. There we go. Apparently, DVH has got loads of purple spots on his bag. Getting old. And just to show it again, I have a wrinkly bag. She sleeps next to me. There we go. So that's everyone's got theirs. I was at the. Just take your time, lads. Take your time. It's fine. Take your time, Pete. You okay?
Oh, babe. Yeah.
You sure? You sure?
He does like his Pepsi, does Peter?
What?
You do like your Pepsi.
I love my Pepsi.
You're Pepsi Max man or just proper Pepsi?
This is sponsored by. This is Pepsi Max. Yeah, it's nice.
Is that the red band version or?
No, it's just a standard version.
Okay.
And this is English tea. Yes.
Oh, wow. Nice. Almost to 1K, lad. Let's go. It's been the same for about 3 years, Rob, but thanks for your positivity, mate. Great stuff. I was at the kids' Christmas fair at the school, and as always, I always head to where they've got the books and stuff like that. And I managed to pick up these for 20p each. So we've got Iron Man,
Wheeler Dealer,
the original story, and the
it's only a game.
Put up a real good fight. The kids, we read all of them last night. They're pretty decent. Good little stories. We've got Iron Man. We've got Thor.
Nice.
We've got Captain America. And we have Hulk.
Nice. I like them.
Well, do you know what? It says this book is part of a set. I bought them individually, so I've broken the rule there. But I think the missing one was Black Widow. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was it. 20p each, can't go wrong. So that's my pickups.
Very nice.
That's my pickups.
Are your kids into superheroes, Charlie? So do you read them with them?
They can't read a comic because they find it quite confusing. Like
Yeah.
they can't follow the speech bubbles and stuff like that. But when it's like stories like this and it's quite literally just spelt out with they do love it, and they like the Marvel films and stuff like that. They're more Marvel than DC.
Yeah. I just think it's great to get them, those kind of books, to get them into it from an early age.
Yeah.
Hopefully get them into the comic.
They got like a massive set of about 15 books, like small little books that they just read.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. There we go. And Cherry Coke is where it's at. There it is. There we go. Anyone who chooses Pepsi over Coke needs a talking to. Yeah, I've heard that you can't put a line of Pepsi up your nose.
Whoa. That took a ton for the worst.
And there's
Iron Brew.
another 10 subs gone.
Yeah, Iron Brew is the favourite drink of mine, if anybody cares, but I know most people don't, to be fair.
And on that note, we might
Yeah.
be back next week. We might be back. We might not. It depends on how we're feeling. But as always, I've enjoyed myself. Have you enjoyed yourself, Andy?
That's been great.
Pete?
Absolutely, Charles. Absolutely. This is the highlight of my Thursday at 9. It really is. It's super. Yeah.
And on that note, we shall see you maybe next week. Fuzzy, I might be popping to Battersea Power Station next week, tomorrow, so I will have a look in the shop and I'll let you know if you want to get one or not. Guys, love you all. Love you everyone in the chat. Love you both. And it's been a good one. We shall see you later. Ta-ra.